If I'm playing Yasuo, I like to start bow. How is this still flickering, dude? There's no bows here. I can start glove, I can start tier. I think both are pretty fine. Right, the flickering stopped for now. Now it came back. I hate that it flickers for some reason. My OBS is so janky. Full screen usually is better for me. 8-bomb Draconic Zyra carry. That only works if you're really far ahead. I got a computer to open, so should be exciting and fun. The IE. So IE is a good AD item. This Lissandra pair is a little bit less appealing, but this is pretty good. If you get a Jewel Gauntlet, you can play the IE and the AD comp, but generally Glove Sword is more AD, so you want to pick up AD-centric units here. So these Renewers and these guys are more AP users, so they don't use it as well. Now we have this, so now we can make Jewel Gauntlet, potentially IE later on. So now we can lean more towards either direction pretty safely. But we didn't know that at the time. This is a pair. Pairs are good. 2 redeemed units. We want to probably pick up this. We're going to get gold, so we're going to be able to buy all of these anyway, so don't need to stress over it. You get 3 items out of the starting part, and then you're going to get gold after that, usually. So always kind of expect 3 items and then gold, and then you can plan around how you sell based on that information, right? So we know we don't have to sell these to buy these, because we're probably going to get gold here. So here's gold. Sell then Italy. Get the Draconic. We could get a Draconic start. We have 2 Draconic units. If we were able to hit a set here, that'd be pretty cool. Looks like redeemed start. Cannon got like nerfed into the ground, so he's pretty trash. We could put Jeweled Gauntlet on this, and then look for IE for this, or Shojin, and then try and go into redeemed stuff that way. It's pretty good. Jeweled Gauntlet lowers my range a little bit, because you can't do Lux carry as well, but pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna win this too. It's pretty nice. I probably should just take this pair of cannons. A 2-star it. It's probably bait though. It's probably bait. It's too much money invested in a unit that's not very good. Cannon's getting buffed after this patch, so maybe he'll be playable then. Oh. Killed him just in time. Cannon buff tomorrow. Tomorrow we buy the cannons. Today, no cannons. Oh, Shojin. So that's going to allow us to get the mana to activate the Syndra's ability a lot and capitalize off the Jeweled Gauntlet. So that's fantastic. It's pretty ideal. And then that's our items for Vel'koz later on in the game. We want to add a knight. So we level up, put that knight in, get a little bit more defense, help out this Syndra do her thing. Looking around to position against things. Probably want to be on the right side to stay away from some of those casters that are on the left side. Syndra has 4 range. A lot of the casters only have 3 range, so we can make it so that they have to step up to us more and get more favorable positions for us. Since we have AP items slammed, we're not really looking at Forgotten, but we're looking at potentially doing Karma later on. So we want to pick up Karma units. On Draconic Zyra carry is probably not happening because we didn't have a set here, so I'm just selling. Well, I guess I could sell this and get this. I just want to make sure I have the Dawn stuff in case we don't want to do Redeemed, we want to do Dawn instead. We do have a 2-star Aatrox though, so we already 2-starred one of the Redeemed units, so they're probably going to be on it a little bit longer. Demon Husk is raiding with a party of 7. I appreciate the support. Glad to have you here, man. Thanks for the raid. I want this brand. We could do A-bomb stuff temporarily. I don't know if a new comes up on the next one, but probably not. But new, like A-bomb Vel'koz? How many? We gotta move a lot of pieces around. Is this a double level? Double level put A-bomb in? We would drop knights. Kind of weird. We should probably play A-bomb here. Get away from redeemed. Our A-bomb gets an item from each of the people there. So he's going to get these 2 items and be a lot more powerful. So we have a really high odds of winning here. And then later on we need to sell these A-bomb units and then assemble those items on a real carry eventually. Because these aren't like super great A-bomb items. They're okay. But it is going to allow us to win the fight now, which is the important part, so we can keep this win streak going. If we weren't win streaking, we wouldn't do this. Nightbringers are really far away from us, so it's not something I'm looking at. We're looking at maybe going back into redeemed later. We have really good Vel'koz items. Vel'koz is probably what we want to do behind the A-bomb, and then eventually 6 redeemed with that probably, but take a minute. We're looking for 3rd A-bomb item, or 3rd Vel'koz item. 3rd A-bomb or 3rd Vel'koz item. New pair is reasonable as well. It's still like not a great. A-bomb item. I'm gonna just take the crit gloves. We can build IE with that, which is really good for the A-bomb and also really good for the Vel'koz. Slash other late game carry that ends up being in the thing. This is doing nothing, so we could put something else in. So we put the brawler in over that. Moving away from the knights. Thinking of what I want to buy there. Good. Looking around while I was thinking though. Gotta do two things at once sometimes. These knights are gone. If we can hold on to the redeemed, we'll hold on to the redeemed though. Dawn, I think, is too far away. This guy's never coming to play. This guy's never coming to play. There's this. Bum, bum, bum. Shadow Locket's so nuts. Oh. Rip win streak, dude. And rip this Kha'Zix. Bad. Not gonna buy that because it puts me under the 10, so I don't get the income bonus. We want that interest bonus. Brawler. Nice, nice. Brawlers are pretty good for A-bomb sort of stuff because you can run like 4 brawler frontline pretty easily. There's not a lot that we need to position against particularly that I can tell right now. I think we're pretty fine. Usually you're looking for like Dianas or, you know, other backline access things and then trying to avoid them, but it's a little bit early in the game for that, so the default positioning works out pretty well for the most part. We should make a beginner TFT guide. A lot of people are asking for it. I'm not sure it will actually do that well, but it does seem kind of fun. Maybe I could coach you and then we could record it and then like you just ask questions and I answer them and you know, it could be fun. Yeah, I do have a set in the shop. So we can get 4 brawler in and then step away from the redeemed for a while. We could play like anything as our late game. It doesn't need to be 6 redeemed Vel'koz. It's just like if we stumble into that, that's a nice one. We're probably gonna 4 brawler, A-bomb, and then try and fast 8. And then after the fast 8, we try and find like Teemo, Heimer, some of those better late game sort of things. So we want to level up eventually. We don't need to level up now. We should be fine to win 3-1. How many people have gone 6? We already played this guy. We've not played this guy. Do we beat him is the question we have to ask ourselves now. And it's pretty hard to say. He's got 3 2-stars. I'm going to level. Put the 4 brawler in. I put Set towards the side because he's got a facing angle punch thing. We still make 20 while doing this, so I think it's acceptable. If we didn't make 20 while doing this, it's probably pretty bad. Now Set's going to punch all 3 of these guys, hopefully. Well, one died first. So we're up to 20 still, and we gotta keep these pairs. Bramble. Yeah, I guess there's a couple of IEs out there. We're just looking for crit-related stuff. Bramble makes you immune to crits, so it's good to slam if, like, crits are something you're worried about. Crits aren't something that we're particularly worried about. I don't know if we really need to slam it. We have 2 pairs to hit on the rolls. We could roll a little bit for the pairs here to try and keep our win streak going. Don't want to roll too much. Another pair. 1 more. Hit nothing. Okay. Eco back up. The 3, 6, 20. Probably take this Riven if we win. Riven's a pretty good fit as our next unit. Redeemed Karma already, that's very powerful. Where's our Karma? I want one. Riven could be your next unit really well, because it gets Dawnbringer and Legionnaire, which are both pretty powerful mid to early game traits. There's the scent. And it helps us lean into potentially using Karma as our carry with these items. So we can play Karma, we can play Vel'koz, we can play Heimer, we can play Teemo. But a lot of those you don't get until level 7 or 8 because they're 4 and 5 cost units. So you can see down here your roll chance for those 5% chance to see a 4 cost unit, 0% chance to see a 5 cost unit. We want to just try and eco efficiently to get up the levels. But I'm spending a little bit of money occasionally because I want to be stronger than my opponents to keep this win streak going. Because the more wins in a row you get, the more gold you get. So trying to just keep the win streak going. If we win this fight, I'd sell this random Riven. Probably. It's not like I have a Karma or anything, so it's far away from being something that's like necessary. It's just kind of good. But the most important thing is getting him levels. So it's gone. See ya. Vel'koz. We're not gonna get any of that. We're first, so we get last pick. So we gotta do something with these armors and this glove. If we could get a sword, they would be ideal. Some tears, not bad. Looks like we're probably gonna get cloak. We'll take the cloak that's on the brand because that makes a unit. Nope. Alright. Sick. We can make a stone plate or a quicksilver. We only had choices for more armors. I don't think we want 3 armors. The Vel'koz. So we could put Vel'koz in now. And then do this. And then do this. And now we're playing Vel'koz all of a sudden. Look at that. And we could even put QSS on him. It's a pretty good item on him. So then I can do this and then pop this off this so I don't have to sell him. Put the QSS on him. So now we have a good front line and we have something that can actually deal damage in the back line. We'll put this here so we have a little bit more tankiness. And so our A-bomb at least has an item on him. Now the big laser. Wow, that hit that and it didn't hit this. Usually Callista's there in the corner. Next, or something is in the corner next to the Vel'koz, so then the Katarina throws. She throws at the farthest enemy, and it hits that, but it stepped up a little bit, so we got kind of robbed. But this is a good way to keep preserving my streak, you know? So we're level 7, and he's level 6. So, if we win this round, we get the extra, you know, bonus win streak gold. Okay, we need that. I need this to be here. We need this to... I guess if they have no units on the left side, it's going to get stuck like that. Maybe do something like this so that it's better. But then that makes our corner angle a little worse. But it should be fine for that guy. The thing jumping on us. Put that there. So hopefully the Kha'Zix gets drawn in by the Warwick and ignores this guy. Yeah, so it's got 50-50 to hit one of these 2 targets. But it never hits our main carry. And our main carry is pretty well aimed at the corner there. But then the Warwick jumps away. Warwick's ult makes him jump to the lowest health unit, so. But it's fine. It did its job enough, which is to get the 1 laser cast off. If you can't win the fight after 1 laser cast, then you probably messed up somewhere. 1 laser needs to do the job. Big laser. Oh, oh. What is this? Volibear Ivern? I guess we get rid of this Warwick now. Get the Revenant in there. And then this is my next unit to get Invoker. Holy smokes. And then we could get Lux potentially to get redeemed with the Invoker. We still have 1 extra Brawler in, so we're dropping the set. The set's coming out, and then this is coming in to get Invoker. Oops. That's huge to get a Volibear this early. Get a lot of pairs. I'd like to roll for some of these pairs since they're so plentiful. We should have a pretty high odds of hitting one of them. I'm gonna roll a little bit more. 4, 6. I guess we're stopping. 1 more. The Rel is big. That's our next unit. Over this. Do I need this? No, we already have this set up. The Rel's going in on my next level up. Volibear didn't have a good facing angle. So he jumps whichever direction he's facing. So if we want him to jump right, we need him to attack an enemy to the right of him. we'd want to offset him to the left of their frontmost guy. So we got to pay attention to what side we need to offset the volley bear to make sure that he's jumping properly. We also probably roll a little bit more because we want to preserve the 7 win streak. And we have 3 pairs. So hitting any of those will increase our power level by a lot so that we can continue winning. So let's try and probably do that. All right, we don't need to roll because we're the best. We just hit him. That's easier. Just hit, dude. This we wanted to just sacrifice probably. I kind of like just having a guy there. Laser's good there. We want jumping probably more to the right than the left. Fine for that guy. That's random. That's random. That's random. This wants to be over here. Okay, so it should walk this way a little bit and then jump over here. So it should lock onto this guy, and you see now it's facing this way, and then big jump, and then hits his carry, and then laser carry. That's clean. Forgotten, redeemed, skirmisher, forgotten, redeemed, dawnbringer. Lots of redeemed. It might be hard to get 2-star Vel'koz, so we might need to... Can I level yet? No, next turn I can level and put this in. It's going to be a big upgrade. Is it better right now than something? We could put it in over Ivern. Nah, it's probably not better. This one needs to be here. Hopefully it goes this way. It has 50-50 to engage on the other guy. This one is good for him. It should jump this way because he's facing that way. The laser's on the wrong side for this guy, but the A-bomb's on the correct side for this guy. This is kind of nice about the A-bomb setup. If they avoid the A-bomb, then they're getting hit by the laser. If they avoid the laser, they're getting hit by the A-bomb. So, obviously, we'd rather have them get hit by the laser, but still. This guy's just got way too much tank, though. I don't even think if we had the right angle, we would be able to beat him. There's our win streak. Finally gone, but we had a good run with it. 8 win streak. Armor. If we could get that spatula, that'd be the best. But there's no way we're getting Kindred with the Shadow Spatula on it. We'd probably make a GA. Just to have some guaranteed front line out there. We want that sword, ideally. Otherwise, we can make, like, Shroud or Frozen Heart. General utility items. Or we could get none of that stuff and take a cloak. You'll say it. We're not trying to win streak anymore, so we don't need to try and push levels. We can just kind of chill and relax. We don't need to slam items. We can switch sides probably with our laser here, because everyone except this guy's here. We haven't played him yet, though. Simulation radio. And everyone else is on the other side. Let's see. Nice. I like our position versus this guy. Should go that way. Oh, he turned to the left? Silly volley bear. Why'd my bear turn around? My bear's trolling. Yeah, his Vel'koz killed my Vel'koz. He altered a little bit first. Oh, he's got a redeemed bear. He's huge. He's at 28 life, so he spent all of his money. So he's got no money. But he's huge. Garen's pretty good. We're probably moving away from the A-bombs and going into 4 Invoker pretty soon, if we can get a Teemo. But it's too early to do it just yet, but it's something we want to be looking at, is dropping this, and getting better units in instead. I think we just leave it for this fight. We have Ramble plus this for Garrett. It's not horrible. Big bear ult. How you move up? It's wandering Vel'koz. It's a good loss. So yeah, we managed our economy really well. We hit a big win streak into this nice little loss streak. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to do any of that win-loss bullshit. You want to streak one way or the other. So this is clean. Arma we could play. We have 3 of the 4 renewers. If we can get a Teemo, we're in business. I think we should probably start just swapping. We're definitely doing it. That's going there. We don't need another one of these. We have tons of money to roll at 8, so we have pretty good odds of hitting this Teemo and replacing Vel'koz with Teemo. Morelos is good for Garen.
No matter the cost.
The heavens guide me.
Justice shines.
There will be no peace.
The taste of power.
We could play like 4 Dawn.
The runes decide my path. The runes decide my path.
We didn't hit Teemo, we didn't hit 2-star this. A lot of misses. For the amount of gold we had, you know. I don't think we'd play Ryzen. This one's more important than the other one. Because it has Renewer, which works really well with Hyper. No Karma, no Teemo, no Vel'koz. So you need one of those 3 carries to function behind your front line. Legionnaire, Gentle Hurricane. It's gonna be Ironclad for sure, I think, here. Second Karma. Vel'koz, we could stay with that for a while. But that's good, we at least hit something here. So now we can drop... Are we dropping this? We drop this, and we just put in another Ironclad.
Let me at 'em.
For now. I don't want that running up right away. I want that more center. Alright, we're looking for Teemo. But we're doing a fancy little Vel'koz. We can play Mystics instead. We can stay on Vel'koz since we 2-started and just throw random Mystics in. Or we could try and build out 4 Invoker. Just throwing random Mystics. We're ecoing back up. I think we're stable. So I think I want to try and push for 9 from this spot. There's always a lot of Threshes in the lobby, man. The 6 Forgotten. There's at least 2, because there's 2 6 Forgotten players. I'm going to try and go 9 from here. It's going to be hard to get this guy to go where I want him to go. So we wanted this to jump in the right corner, because this is going to laser the left corner. So that'll kind of have both corners a little bit taken care of. He's going to turn on this and jump here. Hopefully that clips this Lux. It's going to be close, though. Yeah, it gets it, it gets it. This, the whole team's done with that one. We're not super high damage with our comps, so this matchup's a little tough for us. Because he's just pumping out big shields with his Archangel Staffed Lux, and then he's got pretty good realm items. And Redeemed gives him a lot of flat extra armor and MR. So Vel'koz with QSS is not going to be enough to cut through that. We could do this. This is really good. That'll give us enough damage to cut through that sort of stuff. Getting a Renewer is also really good for us. Other than that, there's not too much else here that's super appealing. The Zeke's also buffs our carry a little bit, makes him cast a little faster, so that's not bad. But definitely want that. So now we can get extra AP. The Chalice gives the 2 units next to the unit that has the Chalice extra ability powers, so it's pretty good. If I would have bought that Karma, we could have went 4 Invoker from here. But yeah, we could put the Teemo in. So our problem with our comp was we had a little bit lack of damage, right? Now we just added another damage dealing carry. So that should help out a lot. We don't necessarily need 4 Invokers while running Teemo. Just the fact that Teemo is there is very strong. It opens us up to potentially run Lux instead of Syndra, but again, Syndra's just a really good unit, so we don't necessarily want to replace her. Ooh, Heimers. That Heimer's juiced! But he is in the cross-section for us, so hopefully laser stun dead. Nice. Yeah, Teemo applies a slow effect on everything that gets hit by him, reducing their attack speed by 50%. So it's a huge AoE cast that hits a lot of the field, slowing the attack speed by 50%. In this game, you get mana for your attacks. So the lower your attack speed is, the less mana you're getting And that's a big deal, obviously, because you can tell the ults are very impactful and important. So, yeah. Trying to eco up to 9. Diana jumping on us, Rise in front of us. Not great for us there. Played this guy already. So, yeah, this is the only guy we don't want to swap for, but we want to swap for everybody else. Start swapping. With QSS, we can kind of just put him in the corner. This guy also swapped. Hopefully Syndra chucks him out of here, though. So Syndra's going to chuck this guy before it ults. Ooh, Syndra almost died, but she got the chuck. Didn't get stunned by the Thresh because we had the QSS still up. Close. Raven goes down. Nice. Dexter is raiding me with a party of 1,031. Holy raid. Come on, guys. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream. I appreciate it. It's a big raid, dude. Hopefully your Hearthstone stream went well. I'm playing TFT, so it's a little bit different of a game, but it's pretty fun. It's it got some deck building style elements, so it can be kind of similar to Hearthstone, but in a vague, weird sense. These are fantastic items to flesh out this Teemo, so that's gonna be really nice. And we're in the top 4, so we're gaining points for this one already. But let's see if we can do better than top 4. We want to go first on this one. We want to try and get first if we can. 2 Morellos is a little redundant. But the belt item, so it gives some frontliner some health. And then these go on Teemo every time. Kale. Can't use Kale. Kale's a really specialized 5-cost unit that can be pretty good sometimes. But most of the time not super great. We're trying to save up until level 9. Kale's like an OTK deck. If Kale lives, you win the game, but it's very difficult to make it live. We played the one guy that's on... We played this guy, and we played the guy with the Diana. We haven't played this guy yet. This guy's Draven has no items, so I don't care about it, though. That's the scary Viego. Going for the Nidalee, though, instead of the Teemo, so we won a 50-50 there, which is kind of nice. Hopefully we can kill it before it takes his Teemo. Yeah, if it would take that Teemo, that would have been kind of bad. The dark blue buff active on their Rise. But now he gets to just cast constantly, and this Rel's invincible. This guy's going to be really hard for us to beat. His comp does really well into us. Our lack of damage, and this Rise is nuts. Set reduced damage, and then instant cast if below half health, and then come back to life when you die with half health, so he starts instant casting. Then his cast is a big AoE stun. That unit's getting nerfed next patch, so... But for the time being, it's disgusting. This is another guy that's a little problematic, so I want to stay positioned for him, because we haven't versed him in a minute. But he's probably going to do big damage to us. This guy we care less about, because he's just weaker than a lot of the other players in the lobby, so I don't need to position for him as aggressively. Although he is itemizing. And hopefully the Syndra just chucks his Viego out here, or Viego gets on this, which then comes back to life without stealing anything. Oh, this guy switched! I was looking at everybody else, and then the guy I was trying to position for moved to the other side. But my laser's not hitting him. Slowing the attack speed on that Lux is really good, though. It was kind of stuck in the corner. It wasn't getting too many autos off at the beginning. Might have overstuck it. Ah, he's got me. Am I gonna make it to 9? I'm so broke. I'm gonna make it to 9 and not be able to play anything. We definitely go to 9 and just put a unit in, but it doesn't feel good. Or we could have just rolled and spent all of our money here to look for something else. But at this point, I was like, I want to go to 9. I'm committed. Just putting in another rel can be pretty powerful. He switched back to the other side. Having one rel on each side is kind of cool. They send a thing to the farthest away unit. Does this guy only have... Oh, he's taking them off the bench and then placing them last second? What a sweaty tryhard. I was like, what's going on over there? He doesn't even have units. He's doing next level strats. If we live here, we're going to have an easier time finding the 5-cost units. So, off the carousel, we want to get any of the 5-cost units we already currently have in play, and then we'll have hopefully an easy time trying to roll one here. Because at 9, we're up to 15% chance to see one of those 5-cost units. If we can find a Teemo on the carousel, we'd love to take it, because Teemo costs life instead of gold. So the only way we can get Teemo 2 for our big late-game carry is if we're able to actually find one on this carousel. So Teemo is the #1 thing we want. The bear's pretty good. No Teemo. We have Shadow Gloves to make this a knight. But we want to take that Shadow Spatula. He's going to take it, though. I guess we're taking the bear. Trying to 2-star this bear. Oh, the Spatula would have been nice, though. Then we could have made this guy a knight. Or what's not a knight, a cavalier. Also looking for Karma. Karma's in over this for the 4th Invoker. There's the bear 2-star. Got an item that's not great for his position, but another bear. We got the 4 Invokers set up. We have a random glove that we could throw somewhere. Karma doesn't matter. Right. He's swapping. Oh. This is bad. This not being over there means it's not going to chuck this guy. Oh. I screwed myself positioning for the other guy at last minute. There's swapping, maybe? No, we're strong enough? Just strong enough? Alright, yeah, we got 1 laser off, so that's usually good enough. Oh! The bear gets cast, maybe? Nope. I screwed myself. If I moved that faster, I win that fight. There's the teeny tiny things. You gotta... There's so many little things, and it's so hard to say all of them out loud while doing them, too. I think we always lose to this guy at the end. His comp kind of counters mine. This guy's comp counters mine. So the best we could have got was 2nd. So we would have won versus this, and then we would have versed probably this guy and died and gotten 3rd. It was probably the most likely outcome. So don't feel too bad that we mispositioned a little bit at the end there. It probably would have had the same outcome. I'm trying to think what I want this to exactly look like. I don't have a good picture in my mind just yet. I want like Rel and stuff. 1 cast to team up. Still 1 cast pretty good. Slows him down a lot. We definitely need to get some Nightbringers in there. We don't have any of those. No Lee Sins or Morganas.